For us, having an embassy in Kigali, it's very meaningful. I think that it's element of the implementation of what we have stated 3 years ago, that Israel is going to be back to Africa, and hopefully Africa is going to be back to Israel. This is the first embassy we are open in Africa after 8 years. The last time was Ghana in 2011. So for us, it's a very eventful. We are very happy to be here. We strongly believe that that's the right thing to do. To be back to Africa, you cannot be back to Africa without having an embassy in Kigali, Rwanda, because Rwanda is one of the best friends we have in the world, and this is basically the reflection of the appreciation that we have towards your country and towards your own leader, who happen to have a great sense of trust with my own Prime Minister, and it's been very relevant and important for the facilitation of this relationship.
Talking about also direct flights that are going to start probably sometime this year, what should we look forward to as Rwandans and ordinary citizens of probably both countries, Israel and Rwanda?
There's no better methods to improve relationship between two countries than to have direct flights between two capitals in the two countries. I think it's important because you're going to see a significant increase of tourism, and above all, a traffic of business people who are going to come over here from our end, and maybe hopefully vice versa. Once you do that, I think that you have seen throughout history that an increase of significant elements of this business, and it's going to ease, I think, for business people, the way to come over here and to invest and to bring other investors into this country. And together, the people-to-people connections are by far the most relevant element in the relationship of two countries.
Taking you back to Rwanda-Israel relations, what should an ordinary person know now that the embassy has been opened and the Center of Excellence? What's next?
Africa is the next thing, and we want to be there. And that's the reason why we have decided, with the leadership of the Prime Minister Netanyahu, that Israel wants to be in Africa. We believe that this is the next thing, politically, strategically, economically. And we didn't have this kind of relationship for quite a while. Prime Minister Netanyahu have seen 23 head of states in the last 3 years. We basically is a relationship with two countries, with Chad and Guinea-Conakry. We open embassy here now in Rwanda. We have 4 embassies from Africa open in Tel Aviv in the last 3 years. So we feel that we're on the right track. And as I said to you before, we cannot having these kinds of return to Africa without having a residential embassy here in Kigali, Rwanda.
Israel and Rwanda, we've seen partnerships in agriculture and a bit of insecurity. Are we going to be seeing more partnerships in other areas?
I think that Israel is open to business with Rwanda. I think it's known. I think there's a sense of trust between the leaders. There's definitely a good relationship between the two countries. I think that we have measured this relationship for quite a while. And you are going to see, with the embassy presence over here, with direct flights hopefully in the near future, I think you're going to see a significant enhancement of this relationship in the very close future.
Thank you so much, Mr. Yuval. I appreciate your time.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Thank you.
And wish you the best during your stay in Rwanda.
Thank you very much.
Have a good one. Thanks. And that brings us to the end of the interview. Thank you so much for watching. Continue to watch Rwanda Television for subsequent programs.